Um, Yesterday I made a video in reaction to Charlie Kirk saying he's going to be worried if he gets a black pilot. And I got almost 100 comments of people disagreeing with me. I've had people tell me I'm a racist. I've had people call me a liberal, which I'm not, which I am not. I'm not a conservative. I think I fall somewhere in the middle. But let's first react to what I said versus what he said, and then we'll get into it. So let's react to the video.
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the
you
game
wouldn't have
theory
done
I was
that.
talking
You
about
wouldn't have. You
No,
wouldn't
and
have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't
that's
have done
not
that
who I
before.
am. That's
No.
not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has
but
created.
I've watched a ton of political commentators beat around the bush. The actual reality is that white men are afraid for their fucking lives. They are scared. They do not know what to do when the places that they have controlled throughout all of American history are now being controlled by people of other classes because they don't know what that means for them. They don't know if that means, hey, is some of the systemic oppression that we've put on other people going to be put on us? And I couldn't tell you if it would or wouldn't. What I'm saying is you don't get to be racist because you're afraid. And that was the entire video that people were up in arms about, calling me a racist about. So let me get into this to the best of my ability. Let me preference this video with saying to the white men who and some women who hit me up and kind of expressed sentiment to what I was saying, thank you. I'm glad you get it. To the people who get it, there is no argument on my end. To the people in my comment section who are offended because what I said applies to you, welcome to the club, baby. I don't hide from no smoke. Hey, if you're offended by what I said, that's because you agree with what he said. And if you agree with what he said, you know. So let's get into it. Let's talk. Let's talk. I want to start with just a few comments, right? Let's just start with a few comments because I love getting into the smoke. So this first comment says, no. This is what he says. No, you know what it means. It means when I go to the hospital and they bust out a black doctor, I'm gonna be like, hell no. When I see my pilots black, maybe I'll get on a different flight. And don't even get me started on when they do the air traffic controllers. No wonder why there's so many accidents now all of a sudden. It's no coincidence. What are you? Okay. Okay, I'm the racist. I get it. Not when they bust out the black doctor. Oh man, don't bust out the black doctor. Let's go to another comment. Cause it's me. It's me. I get it. It's me. Let's bust out another comment. That's fun. That's funny though. That is funny. So the guy says, this is exactly how false info gets spread. The discussion was about United Airlines saying that hiring based on racial equality and not choosing who is most qualified. Do your homework. Stick with me. That comment's going to be important. Stick with me. Then the last comment I'll get into before we actually start getting into it will be it'll be this one. You're taking this out of context, he says. You're taking this out of context. Go watch the full clip, which I think he deleted because I did look for it. But I did watch the full thing originally. And if that's your evidence to me being wrong, go watch it again. In that same video, Charlie says, if I hear a shaquita come over the airplane airwaves, I'm going to be afraid. Shaquita? Charlie also said that when he gets into an argument with an ignorant black woman at the bag check-in, he's listen, I'm the racist. Let's get into it. He says, you're taking this out of context. Go watch the full clip. He's reacting to the fact that DEI quotas, he means, and the airline companies. He's saying that doing that, it forces him to wonder if he sees a black pilot, how can he know whether they are good at their job or they're just being hired because they need another black person? Let me ask you this. Why would it matter? You see a black person, why does your brain go, damn, is he qualified? Damn, I don't think he could fly a plane. I'm the racist, right? All right, now let's get into the crux of the video. Let's start here. How many black people have crashed a plane? How many black pilots have crashed a commercial airline? Let's start there. If we're saying we're giving Charlie the benefit of the doubt that this has nothing to do with race, why is he afraid? What statistics has he seen that should say black pilots can't fly a plane? What statistics are we going by? I'm just wondering, because when you make a claim like that, and you really don't want to come off as racist, you should back it up with some facts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up with some facts. Let's start here, because these are the things that make me mad. Let's start with the meat and the potatoes. The demographics of pilots, commercial pilots, the ones that fly on Delta, fly on United. This is the statistics. This is the pilot demographics by race. White, 81.5%. 81.5% of all pilots that fly commercial airlines are white. And also, to my to the white people who agree with me and kind of understand where I stand, if white people is offensive, please leave in the comment section what would be preferred. I can use Caucasian, whatever you guys prefer. I'm not necessarily here to offend you, just the other ones. Hispanics, 7.2%, which was surprising to me because I don't think I've ever seen a Spanish pilot. Unknown, 5.6%. I don't even know what unknown means. Asian, 2.8%. Black or African American, 2.7%. 2.7%. So out of 100 pilots, 2 of them are black. Let's say 3. Let's round it up. It's 2.7. Let's round it up. Out of 100, 3 of them. 3. This many are black. Compared to your 81, let's round it up to 82% of white pilots. American Indian or Alaskan Native, 0.2%. So when we start talking about the guy who said, do your homework, let's do the homework, is Charlie talking about the 2.7% of black pilots? Have they crashed planes? Are black people disproportionately getting into aircraft accidents? Are black pilots crashing planes? Where are you getting this metric for your racism from, Charlie? That's what I want to know. Where are you getting the metrics from? See, because for me personally, if you're going to say something like that, back it up with facts. Because if you don't, that's what makes it racist. If your only inclination of this being true is because you feel like that, you're a racist. That goes to all of the commenters who agree with him. See, the difference is y'all think I'm a liberal. I am not a liberal. I'm here for all of the smoke. I want all the smoke. I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm not here to soften the blow of reality. I'm here to give the reality. In the video, there was a longer segment to that video where I say, I talk about the fact that there's a lot of left-leaning political commentators who are like more politically correct. That's not me. I'm here for the smoke. I don't delete no comments. Leave them in there. We'll make a video about you. I'm not that. I'm meeting y'all where you're at. I'm meeting you where you're at. So let's get into it. Remember, out of every 100 pilots, 3 of them are black. None of them have crashed a plane. None of them have gotten into an accident, and none of them support Charlie's claim of being afraid outside of his racistness. That is it. That is all the evidence he has. Is I'm afraid of black people. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest. But if you want to do some homework, let's do some homework, because a lot of the comments is talking about qualified. There has been a lot of misconception ongoing with diversity hiring. Diversity hiring is not hiring unqualified or underqualified candidates. Important, watch. It really means expanding the pool of qualified candidates to include those from underrepresented groups. Not underqualified, not unqualified. Google's bias. You know, those people in my comment section, I bet you they support Trump too. They don't believe in facts. Every media source is lying. If Trump didn't say it, it isn't real. So remember that. Not hiring underqualified or unqualified. It is to expand the pool of qualified candidates to include those from underrepresented groups. In that same video that I think Charlie deleted, they actually touch on that. They talk about how white kids have the privilege, and this isn't necessarily about white kids in particular. It's just the reality of America. White families have more disposable income. So when white kids want to pick up a hobby like flying planes, their parents can probably pay for them to take the classes. As the opposite end, where we know a lot of black people in America aren't doing as well. So they're not getting into maybe some of these programs or these situations until later in life, till they can afford it. But remember this, that it's not about underqualified or unqualified, because I'm going to back that up with more facts. Since you told me to do my homework, let's do the homework. So the homework says, how long does it take to become an airline pilot? This is what it says. I'm going to read the whole thing. It may surprise you to learn that it only takes 2 to 3 months for you to obtain your private pilot certificate. It's one certificate. After that, it usually takes about 2 years to become a commercial airline pilot. That time includes obtaining your instrument rating, your commercial pilot certificate, your multi-engine rating, and all of the flight time you need to qualify as a commercial pilot. During those 2 years of flying, you'll gain more certificates, detailed below. I don't have that part. And slowly build up your hours. Every pilot in the USA must have 1,500 flying time hours, 1,500 hours of flying time in their logbooks before they get the chance to become an airline pilot. That means before that black pilot can go to United and maybe be a diversity hire, he has to first spend 2 to 3 months obtaining his private pilot certificate. Then he has to spend 2 years, and in those 2 years, get an instrument rating, a commercial pilot certificate, a multi-engine rating, and collect 1,500 flying hours. And you're telling me they're underqualified. Never mind the first comment where homeboy said when they bust out a black doctor, like the black doctors come out of a fucking, like the black doctors pop out of a fucking Ludacris video before they go tell you got fucking pneumonia. You get what I'm saying? Like black doctors come in listening to fucking Little John and the East Side Boys before they come and tell you, hey, listen, you got pneumonia, you're a racist. But all of that. So I want you to tell me, never mind the fact that I even looked up United Airlines requirements, which are all of the same, but United lists out how much it costs to do all of this. Came up to well over $90,000, $100,000 to do all of that. So you're telling me United is bypassing certificates that you need, which United doesn't have the capability to do. You cannot go to a commercial airline without all of those things. And you cannot get all of those things from one person. The FAA is the people who qualify some of these certificates. So you're telling me that black candidates are somehow getting bypassed their certificates to fly commercial planes because of DEI. Is that what it is? Or is the reality that you just don't want to see black people flying planes, bro? You just don't. Charlie also says in a different clip I seen, he doesn't like seeing women fly planes. This is my overall point. This has nothing to do with actual facts. Nothing to do with actual facts. Has everything to do with you don't want to see black people doing shit, bro. That makes sense. I'm cool with the racists, bro. Because y'all ain't like that in real life. Y'all ain't like that in real life. I know people like you. And in real life, you're nice guys. You don't have this machismo that you do behind keyboards. You're polite. You're nice. You're respectful. You don't run around with this sentiment in the real world. You got to deal with real world consequences. All of you's in the comment section, and not all of you. Some of you have perfectly reasonable criticism, and that's why I made this video. But some of you's that comments get filtered out by YouTube. You're not like that, bucko. I'm not a liberal. I dare you. I dare you. You're not built like that. One more thing before I end the video. I wonder, because what they like to talk about is merit, right? What they like to talk about is merit. Underqualified, qualified, underqualified. How do you feel about alumni admissions? Because I Googled a little something about alumni admissions. It says the practice has been called into question and often criticized by those who see an unfair biased way of choosing students, particularly since, generally speaking, these children of alumni don't always fare better and in some cases perhaps even slightly worse on SATs. Alumni admissions. My daddy went to Harvard, my mom went to Harvard, so I'm going to apply and get preferential treatment because my dad gives money to the school. How do you feel about that? Is that merit? Anything, beef stew, face ass.